On this week's episode of Gold Rush, Parker Schnebel talked about the time it takes for reclamation after a dig. That got a lot of fans talking about why the show doesn't include this important part of the job on the weekly series. Here is what you need to know about the reclamation process and why it isn't a part of Gold Rush. On last night's episode of Gold Rush, Parker Schnebel said that he only has a limited amount of time before his license for that area runs out. He said that he not only has to mine the ground before it expires, but also get the reclamation done. That caused some fans on Reddit to ask why the reclamation is never shown in the series. Mine reclamation is the process where they minimize the adverse effects of mining on the environment. The miners return the land to its original condition. It is easy to see the equipment, digging, and more destroying the land, and in many locations, laws don't allow miners to leave the land destroyed after finishing their job. Alaska has strong laws in place to protect the land. This process includes returning mined lands to open spaces, wildlife habitats, agriculture, or commercial development. It also could include avoiding and repairing the effects on the wildlife habitat. Finally, in the end, the crew usually replaces topsoil and revegetates the land with suitable plant species. Usually, this happens while the mining is going on and not just at the end. Parker Schnebel actually won an award recently for his innovative work in this area. So, why does Gold Rush not show this interesting and important step in the mining process? The OP Redditor in the thread asked why that part of the show is never done. They also wondered if there was a special crew hired just to do the reclamation part of the projects. That is actually where the problem lies. One commenter said Gold Rush could offer a season-ending special every year showing the reclamation process. They mentioned fans would likely receive that well since it is so important. Another mentioned that Tony Beach sites look like a wasteland, and they would love to see how they revitalize it. However, it is that separate crew doing the job that provides the problem here. There was an episode of The Dirt where they talked about the process. In that episode's segment, the reason this doesn't appear on Gold Rush received an explanation. In that segment, it was made clear that some workers do not wish to be on camera, referring to the reclamation guys. One Redditor explained, "I guess they want to be left alone to get on with the important work they are doing, working on a legacy which will last thousands of years." Is the reclamation process something you would want to see on Gold Rush? What are your favorite parts of the show? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Sean Esalilos has been a freelance writer for over 25 years and is a voting member of the Oklahoma Film Critics Circle. He is also a published author with a book about the Stephen King dollar baby filmmakers. The real reason Gold Rush doesn't show Reclamation Gold Rush, the popular reality television series, has captivated audiences with its thrilling depictions of miners battling the elements, rivalries, and the relentless pursuit of fortune. However, one glaring omission from the show is the lack of focus on reclamation, the process of restoring land after mining operations have concluded. While the excitement of gold mining draws viewers in, the absence of reclamation discussions raises important questions about environmental responsibility and the portrayal of mining in popular media. The glamour of gold, many at its core, Gold Rush thrives on the drama associated with mining. The show presents a narrative that emphasizes risk, reward, and the sheer physicality of the work involved. Each season, viewers become emotionally invested in the miners' successes and failures, forming a bond with characters as they navigate the highs and lows of their quest for gold. This intense focus on the gold mining process showcases the rugged individualism that has historically characterized the American frontier. However, the glamour associated with striking gold often overshadows the grim realities that accompany such pursuits. The series rarely touches upon the environmental degradation that mining can cause, nor does it explore the critical post-mining responsibilities that miners have to the land. By neglecting reclamation, Gold Rush presents an incomplete narrative that romanticizes mining while ignoring the ecological consequences of resource extraction. The environmental cost of mining operations, especially those involving precious metals like gold, can have significant environmental impacts. Deforestation, soil erosion, water contamination, and habitat destruction are just a few of the consequences associated with large-scale mining. These effects can persist long after the last gold nugget has been extracted. The land left behind often bears tailings and waste piles, leaving ecosystems disrupted and vulnerable. Reclamation is a vital step in mitigating these environmental impacts. This process involves restoring the land to a natural or economically usable state, ensuring that ecosystems can recover and flourish. Many mining companies are legally required to create reclamation plans, which can include replanting native vegetation, rehabilitating habitats, and controlling erosion. By showcasing reclamation efforts, Gold Rush could have helped foster a more comprehensive understanding of responsible mining practices and environmental stewardship. The responsibility of media television, shows like Gold Rush, wield significant influence over public perception and attitudes toward industries like mining. When reclamation is omitted from the narrative, the show inadvertently contributes to a skewed understanding of the industry. Viewers are left with the impression that mining is a glamorous pursuit devoid of serious consequences. This portrayal can foster a culture of disregard for the environment and a lack of awareness about the importance of sustainable practices. Moreover, by failing to highlight reclamation, Gold Rush misses an opportunity to educate its audience on the importance of environmental responsibility. In a world grappling with climate change and ecological degradation, promoting discussions around reclamation could inspire viewers to advocate for better practices within the mining industry and beyond. The economics of reclamation. Another reason Gold Rush might shy away from discussing reclamation is economic. Mining companies often view reclamation as a costly afterthought, prioritizing immediate profits over long-term environmental care. By not addressing these financial realities, the show avoids the complexities of the mining industry that could detract from its entertainment value. For many miners featured in Gold Rush, the immediate rewards of gold extraction are paramount. The thrill of finding gold and the financial success that accompanies it can overshadow the financial obligations tied to reclamation. This focus on short-term gains is common in many industries, but it presents a false dichotomy, pitting profit against environmental responsibility when, in reality, sustainable practices can lead to long-term viability. The viewer's role. While Gold Rush can certainly be critiqued for its lack of focus on reclamation, viewers also play a role in shaping the narrative. The popularity of the show suggests that audiences are more interested in the drama and adventure of mining than in its environmental implications. This creates a feedback loop where shows cater to viewer preferences, which in turn discourages discussions about reclamation and environmental responsibility. However, viewers can demand more from media. By expressing interest in the ecological impacts of mining and advocating for programming that addresses these issues, audiences can help steer the narrative toward a more balanced portrayal. Social media platforms provide a space for viewers to voice their concerns and engage in discussions about responsible mining practices. Potential for change. There is an opportunity for Gold Rush and similar shows to evolve by incorporating reclamation into their narratives. This could be done through episodes dedicated to the environmental impacts of mining, interviews with ecologists, or segments that showcase successful reclamation efforts. By bringing these stories to the forefront, the show could help shift the conversation around mining and its responsibilities. Additionally, showcasing reclamation efforts could provide compelling content in its own right. The journey of restoring a landscape, the challenges faced, and the success stories of revitalized ecosystems could resonate with viewers. This would not only educate but also entertain, creating a more rounded view of the mining industry. Conclusion: the omission of reclamation in Gold Rush speaks to broader themes in the portrayal of resource extraction in popular media. While the allure of gold and the drama of mining are undeniably engaging, the environmental realities and responsibilities that accompany these pursuits cannot be ignored. By neglecting reclamation, the show presents a one-dimensional view of mining that fails to account for the long-term impacts on ecosystems and communities. As audiences become more aware of environmental issues and demand greater accountability from industries, there is a clear opportunity for media to evolve. By integrating discussions of reclamation into its narrative, Gold Rush could not only enhance its storytelling, but also contribute positively to public understanding of mining practices and environmental stewardship. In doing so, it could transform from a mere entertainment vehicle into a platform for meaningful dialogue about responsible resource extraction and the preservation of our planet.